EXFO Xtract is an open analytics platform delivering end-to-end services for the network lifecycle. And what we're going to be talking about is the details on how the application works, how to position it with our customers, and what value our customers get out of it. So at the core of the Xtract is the ability to collect data from the field test data, the probe performance, both active and passive, and also from the network equipment. This is directly from the devices themselves, the EMSs, or another OSS. We process all the data in the EXFO Xtract platform for deep analytics, and we have the ability to present the data or push it to the other applications through APIs. We also have the ability to extend the product with services to allow our customers to have deep integration into their OSS, into their CRM, into the inventory system. From a value proposition perspective, there are 4 points that we really need to focus on. The first one is our ability to improve time to market. And what we mean by that is we want our customers to be able to rapidly deploy new services into their network. The second part is to allow them to automate the process. Every time our customers have to deploy new services, make change to them, regardless if it's a wireless service, for example, they are putting a new cell site, new macro sites, or from a Metro Ethernet, they deploy a new circuit to their customers, they have a method and procedures, they go through it. And we want to ensure that that process goes really fast. The other aspect is being able to perform and analyze that data to produce a baseline for them to compare it to once the service is launched, once the service is up and running. And that can be coming from the BRICS platform when you do turn up, but also it can be coming from the portables, from the field test events where we gather a lot of data, and today that data is not really used by other platforms. The second aspect is we want to increase customer quality and experience. And the goal here is to capture that customer experience, but also the quality of service and making sure that the customers take the benefits of their equipment, the benefits of what they have deployed to ensure that quality. Having quality is not necessarily just enough. You don't want to do that at any cost. So the goal of operational efficiency is while you are providing those services, while you are ensuring that quality, we have the product that will allow them to do deep integration with their OSS, deep integration with other applications, and that will allow them to seamlessly look at that information and present it and analyze it into different manners. And the last part is the cost effectiveness. As you know, the platform runs on commodity hardware. We can run on virtual environment. We do have an embedded database, so customers do not have or do not need to have a large investment to deploy the platform. In terms of how do we do it, how we bring that value to our customer, well, the first thing we do is automated service delivery. And we do 3 parts of it. The first part is service flow. And really the service flow, when we look at it, is we are really uniquely positioned where we allow them through a simple UI that does not require any heavy development or any development at all to define the process flow and the orchestration they need to do. So for example, when you want to deploy a new circuit, the examples we have here, a new circuit to a business customer, what are the different steps that you have or you need to do typically? And most of our customers do these steps manually. So they will have 3, 4, 5 different screens, and it takes them 3 to 4 hours to do that. Most of that process can be automated. And that's what this GUI or this new application that is called EXFO Xtract or Open Flow Analysis will allow them to do. The other aspect is what we call end-to-end service modeling. And really the service modeling when I look at it here, is allow you to do that interaction or overlay between your network infrastructure and how the services are riding those network infrastructure. If I take the examples we have in front of us, this can very well apply to a backhaul link, or the same way it can apply to a Metro Ethernet customer, where you have your endpoints, your NNIs at the low level, connected to devices, to segments, to circuits, all the way to the customer. The other part that you are allowed or able to define is what are the different data sources that you are collecting from the network, and you put them where they apply. Once you are running this system and you are collecting data either from network through discovery or through inventory, you are going to be able to populate a service model like this one. So in this particular use case, you have an Acme customer that has 2 services. For the data services, you have 3 sub-services, and you can see the entire infrastructure that is built on top of it. Because you have the infrastructure, what you can start doing is what we call impact analysis. And the impact allows you to look at what are the elements that have alarms or to have threshold crossings. For in this particular case, you have a port that went down, taking down the device, which affects one part of the segment and will affect another path of the network. But because the circuit has alternative paths, you see that one path is red, but because that particular path was not contributing to the network at that particular time, you see that the circuit was not affected. So what we did here is very quickly, very easily to say, I'm gonna reduce the noise if I'm focusing only on the service side. I don't have to look at this particular network alarm because it's not contributing to any network degradation. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, is service impact analysis. This is really critical for our customers. We need to elevate the pitch, not to go down to network problems, but go higher in the stack to say, I can give you visibility on your services and how your services are performing. So you reduce the noise of all the alarms that are happening and focus only on the service part. Predictive analysis. So we do real time, we do historical, but also we start doing predictive analysis where we can tell you how your network will react, how your network will be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, based on the trend we had earlier. And that will allow us to build applications like resource optimization, capacity management, where you will be able to, or we will be able to help our customers position the product to say, well, if I have a bandwidth issue, I know exactly where and when to upgrade. And really having upgrade of your network or capacity of network too early is a bad thing. The same way you have it if it's too late. So helping our customer with this type of application to invest at the right time in the right resources is very important. The other aspect that is important is the operational efficiency. By doing impact analysis, we are helping our customers to focus on the real problem, and we allow them to prioritize all the issues and focus only on the service affected ones, and they can put aside the network issues as they are not service affected, they are much lower priority. And the last part, what we need to talk to our customers is our expertise and ability to combine data from multiple sources, as I said, from the field test, from active and passive, from the network, but also from an inventory management system to allow us to do that link between the service and the infrastructure. So now, in terms of visualization, what we have seen is, or what you already seen before, is we are allowing you to have different dashboards, different widgets for different purposes. So you will start seeing Google Map integration with heat maps, You are going to see historical and real-time data being displayed. You are going to see table and graphical views. And really, all the data that we present in Xtract is user and context sensitive with drill-down capabilities. We can talk to our customers that we are multi-tenant. We do have security all the way to the attribute level. What that means is I can say, for customer A, I'm going to show them only a certain object, and I can show them only a certain attribute or object's properties and KPIs. So you can decide for customer A, you are going to show only latency. For customer B, you can show latency and packet loss, and you can make it regional. You can really slice it and dice it with whatever you want. The other application or tool we have is the SLA view. And what the SLA allows us to do is, this SLA is whatever contracts you have, it can be internal or external. So this can show what are the services that you are selling, what are your obligations to other departments or customers you have. The nice part about it is not only it shows you what is your current SLA state. For example, these ones are green, they're working, but I have already a violation and degradation for the other two. But also it gives you what we call a projection or a prediction of how your SLA is going to end at the end of the period. So for example, if I look at the backhaul north, I see that everything to date is working properly, but my projection is this will have a problem at the end of the cycle. And when you click on any SLA, you can see all the details of what we call the SLOs or service level objectives that contribute to that particular SLA. So in conclusion, really what we are trying to focus on here is applications that we want to build for our customers. You know, I talked a little bit earlier about capacity management and planning. So building all that infrastructure, building all those applications will allow us to build more intelligence to our customers, to help them with their investment, to help them monitor and troubleshoot, not necessarily the network, but troubleshoot the services to provide their customer with the experience they need.